avoid these headphones. In 2025, because the deals rolling in this Black Friday hide more problems than people expect. Some models look premium, some look like bargains, yet the flaws inside them can harm comfort, damage hearing, or waste money over time. This list breaks down the traps people must avoid. 1. Beats Solo 3 Wireless. Every Black Friday, the Beats Solo 3 sits at the front of the shelf like a trophy. Stores place them under bright lighting, stack them high, and slap a giant discount sticker across the box. People grab them fast because they trust the brand. They trust the name. They trust the marketing that has been polished for years. But once the headphones go on, the experience tells another story. Inside the Solo 3 is the same W1 chip Apple launched back in 2016. That chip is nearly a decade old in 2025, yet the headphones still sell at a premium price as if the technology were new. The sound comes from low-quality 40mm drivers that begin distorting the moment the volume pushes toward the mid-range. Vocals blur. Bass swallows the music. High notes pierce through suddenly and unpredictably. There is no sense of clarity, only loudness. Discussion forums like Reddit and Artings are full of posts from people complaining about headaches after only 20 to 40 minutes of use. The clamping force is tight enough to create pressure on the temples, which slowly builds into discomfort. Many describe the same thing. They take the headphones off, and their ears feel hot. Their head feels squeezed. Some even feel ringing afterward. The reason this matters is simple. These headphones encourage unsafe listening because users increase the volume, trying to fix the muddy sound. The louder it gets, the worse it is for the ears. And yet, the customer thinks the problem is the song, not the hardware. 2. Skullcandy Crusher Evo. The Skullcandy Crusher Evo sells itself with one feature people always want to test: the bass slider. The moment the slider moves up, the headphones shake. They vibrate so intensely that users feel it in their jaw. Teenagers love the sensation. Bass lovers buy them instantly. But those vibrations come with a hidden cost. Audiologists have warned repeatedly that extreme low-frequency pressure can push the ear toward temporary threshold shifts. That means the ear becomes less sensitive for a short time because the sound was too strong. If someone keeps using that level of vibration repeatedly, it can turn into long-lasting damage. The Crusher Evo uses parts that do not match the heavy effect it promises. Many users complain about ear pads peeling after a few months. The glue loosens. The driver begins rattling when the volume passes 50%. This rattling means the driver is struggling physically. The headphone is shaking itself apart. The sound signature has a sharp V shape. The highs create harsh spikes. The mids sit far behind the bass. Songs lose their structure. Everything becomes an explosion of low-frequency rumble, followed by thin brightness. People turn the volume higher to feel the energy of the music, but that decision harms the ears even more. Every Black Friday, Skullcandy pushes this model with massive discounts. They market it as an upgraded experience, but the heavy discount hides the lack of durability. 3. JBL Tune 510BT. The JBL Tune 510BT looks safe. It looks like the type of budget headphone you throw in a backpack, use on the bus, and hand to a younger sibling or child. But the problem sits inside the tuning and the way the headphones handle volume. These headphones push out up to 100 to 103 decibels depending on the test. That is loud enough to cause hearing stress in a short session. Many units show sharp treble spikes that make certain notes sound piercing. People do what they always do in that situation. They turn the volume up to drown out the sharpness. That raises the overall SPL to unsafe levels. The plastic headband snaps easily. Reports show breakage after only 3 to 5 months of regular use. There is no app control, no EQ adjustment. What you hear is what you get, and what you get is often too thin to listen at normal volume. Black Friday pricing makes this model look attractive, under 30 to 40 pounds. A bargain, a gift item, a stocking filler. But this is one of the traps. Cheap pricing encourages fast buying with no review reading. 4. Sony WH-CH510. The Sony WH-CH510 often sits near checkout aisles or placed on a standalone rack with bright color options. It looks lightweight, minimal, and friendly, but it breaks under small pressure. Reports show hinges snapping from minor drops and headbands cracking when pulled open. The headphones offer no active noise cancellation. They also provide poor passive isolation. That combination means people using them in a bus, a busy street, or a train raise the volume sharply just to hear the music. In many cases, the volume sits near maximum. Bluetooth stability becomes another problem. In crowded environments, the signal dips randomly. The sound cuts out. The delay frustrates people. They raise the volume once again. The earbuds push more pressure, and the hearing strain adds up. The reason this matters is simple. This headphone does not protect the user in noisy environments. It traps them in a cycle of louder listening every time the surrounding noise rises. 5. Soundcore Life Q30. The Soundcore Life Q30 gained attention because it looked like a budget version of premium ANC headphones. The marketing promised strong noise cancellation. The features list suggested a top-tier experience, but people who tested them found the ANC barely affects the noise. Instead of canceling the rumble of traffic or airplane engines, it reduces only a few decibels. It does not feel real. The bass pushes more than 10 decibels above neutral. It muddies everything. Voices lose clarity. Instruments blur together. People increase the volume trying to hear details through the bass veil. That creates another layer of risk. Distortion starts appearing in the mid-high range, which makes the sound feel even less clean. Black Friday discounts attempt to hide these limitations. 40% off signs appear everywhere, as if the deal transforms the product. It does not. The reason this matters is simple. People buy these headphones expecting premium ANC and balanced sound. They get neither. They raise the volume to chase clarity, and the ears take the damage. 6. JLab Studio Pro. The JLab Studio Pro sits in the ultra-budget range. That low price attracts buyers fast, but the problems start when the music begins. Once the volume passes 50%, the driver rattles. That rattling means the driver cannot handle the load. The sound signature feels hollow. Vocals feel distant. Low mids disappear. Treble spikes pop out randomly and create moments of discomfort. The pads feel cheap. Anyone who wears them for an hour begins feeling pressure against the ears. The foam compresses quickly. The headband tightens. The discomfort builds. Arting's measurements show harsh treble peaks. The EQ presets do not fix the issues. They only shift the problem slightly. During Black Friday, these headphones appear everywhere for 15 to 25 pounds. They look like a quick purchase, but cheap headphones come with a hidden cost. People replace them constantly. That adds up. From here, the ranking moves into the headphones that perform better overall. They are not flawless, but they avoid the big problems seen earlier. These models become safer picks when used responsibly. 7. Sennheiser HD280 Pro. The Sennheiser HD280 Pro is the type of headphone people see in studios and assume it must be perfect for everything. The build is strong. The parts are replaceable. The headband and pads last longer than most modern headphones, but the moment someone wears them, they feel the biggest limitation immediately. The clamping force is heavy. It presses around the entire ear. That pressure turns into fatigue long before the sound becomes the issue. The isolation is impressive. It blocks outside noise almost completely. Engineers choose it for that reason. The lack of outside noise creates a space where details become clear, but the comfort makes long listening difficult. The pressure increases after 20 or 30 minutes. People begin adjusting the headband. They remove the headphones for a moment. They try again. The feeling grows each time. The sound signature sits in the middle of the road. The mids stay neutral. Voices sound accurate. Instruments feel real. But the highs lose some sparkle. The rolled-off top end makes certain songs feel darker. Users who enjoy bright detail begin pushing the volume higher to compensate. This does not harm the ears instantly, but the habit can slowly build into unsafe levels when used in loud environments. The reason this matters is simple. The HD280 Pro keeps your ears safe if used responsibly, but the pressure makes long sessions uncomfortable. People who ignore that discomfort often increase the volume to create excitement again, which defeats the purpose. 8. AKG K240 MKII. The AKG K240 MKII is a respected headphone in mixing rooms. It has been around for years and continues to sell because of its honest sound. But the design creates a problem when people take it outside of the environment it was built for. The K240 MKII uses a semi-open structure. That means sound escapes into the air freely. Music leaks into the room. Outside, noise travels into the ear. This becomes a real issue in busy places, trains, streets, coffee shops. Anyone trying to listen in those places turns the volume up by 10 to 12 decibels just to hear the details. That type of increase sounds harmless at first, but over time it becomes a pattern that places pressure on hearing. Inside a quiet studio, this headphone sounds natural. It feels balanced. The bass stays gentle. The mids carry clarity. The highs stay smooth. But the moment outside noise enters the mix, the headphone loses its strength. People raise the volume to bring the life back into the music. The build quality is reliable, but the cable connection points need care. Many long-term users replace the cable several times. The headphone can last for years if handled gently, but it is not built for rough daily commuting. The reason this matters is simple. This headphone is good, but many people misuse it in the wrong environment. When they raise the volume to fight outside noise, the listening becomes unsafe without them realizing it. 9. Sony WH-XB700. The Sony WH-XB700 attracts listeners who want powerful bass. Sony built an entire line around this feature. The extra bass tuning pushes the low end forward and creates a sense of impact that feels exciting at first. But that boost hides details. Vocals sink deeper into the mix. Instruments lose separation. Sub-bass begins to dominate almost every song. People who enjoy this type of sound often push the volume higher because the bass becomes addictive. The sensation encourages louder listening. In quiet places, this might not matter much, but on a bus or in a gym, the volume increase becomes significant. That habit raises the long-term risk. The WH-XB700 is lightweight. It fits comfortably. The pads feel gentle, but the isolation is not strong. It lets outside noise enter easily. As usual, the solution people choose is volume. The louder the environment, the louder they go. The reason this matters is simple. The headphone is decent, but the tuning pushes people toward louder listening in noisy places. That is where the risk grows. 10. Philips SHP9600. The Philips SHP9600 has a reputation for comfort. The pads feel soft. The headband sits gently on the head. The soundstage feels wide and open. These qualities make the headphone a favorite for people who want a relaxed home listening experience. But the SHP9600 is an open-back headphone. That means it offers zero isolation. Sound leaks everywhere. Anyone nearby hears what you are listening to, and every noise around you enters the ear straight through the open grills. In a quiet room, this creates a beautiful effect. In a public space, it becomes dangerous. People who wear these headphones outdoors quickly discover the problem. Cars, crowd noise, wind. All of it blends with the music. The listener raises the volume to find clarity again. The increase adds up. The ears strain harder. This headphone was never built for the outside world. At under 100 pounds, the value feels excellent. But that value applies in one place only, home. The moment someone takes these headphones onto a train or a bus, the risk skyrockets. The reason this matters is simple. The WH-XB700 is safe when used at home. It turns unsafe when used outdoors because people raise the volume far beyond healthy levels. 11. Marshall Major 4. The Marshall Major 4 catches attention because of design, the black and gold build, the leather texture, the retro rock aesthetic. People buy it because it looks different from other headphones, but once it is on, the comfort and sound reveal the limitations. The on-ear design places the pads directly on the ears. After 30 or 40 minutes, pressure points begin forming. Some people stop noticing, others adjust the headphone repeatedly. The feeling grows the longer the session continues. The sound tuning focuses on warmth. The mids carry a pleasant weight, the highs stay soft. The bass feels round rather than forceful. It is a safe tuning, but not detailed. Clear textures get lost. Sharp edges never appear. This is fine for casual listening, but not ideal for long daily use. The battery life becomes the headline. More than 80 hours on a single charge. People can use them for weeks without plugging them in. But long battery life does not fix the comfort issues. The reason this matters is simple. The Major 4 works well for short listening sessions. It does not hold up for long days where pressure builds slowly and affects the ears. 12. Audio-Technica M50X. The Audio-Technica M50X holds a legendary position. Many people view it as the first step into serious audio. It appears in studios, home setups, and content creator desks everywhere. The durability is strong. The folding system works reliably. The cable locking mechanism keeps wires secure. The sound is punchy. The bass is tight. The mids sit forward with energy. The highs create sparkle that cuts through the mix. But some listeners with sensitive ears feel the treble hit too sharply. The brightness can cause fatigue in longer sessions. It does not harm instantly, but the sensation becomes noticeable over time. Even with these limitations, the M50X remains one of the most dependable choices under 150 pounds. It does not fall apart quickly. It does not distort easily. It does not trick the user with fake bass or fake ANC. It delivers a consistent sound that helps people hear details clearly. The reason this matters is simple. The M50X stands as the safest overall option in this list. It creates clarity without pushing users into harmful volume levels. It offers reliability without hiding flaws behind marketing tricks. Subscribe, like, and comment why you like this video for a chance to win a new Apple MacBook.